We're going to turn live for more on the Greek situation to Chris Spanos. He's in Oxford, England. He's an editor at the New Internationalist magazine and has been following the issue closely between Greece, its creditors, the Troika, and he joins us live now as you see him there. So Chris, thanks for joining us. Good to see you. Reports indicate that there could be a cabinet reshuffle as a result of this proposed deal. What do you think will be the political consequences of that for Syriza and Cyprus's governing coalition there in Athens?
Hi, thank you, Cody. Yes, there are reports of a cabinet reshuffle, including the very vocal anti-austerity parliamentary speaker, Zoe Constantinopoulou, uh, who, if moved with other MPs, would indicate a reconfiguring of the party away from its anti-austerity core into a party more willing and able to administer painful cuts to pensions, tax increases, and privatization of valuable national assets such as ports and airports and utility systems. Now, consequentially, on the domestic scene, this reshuffling runs the risk of damaging the now very tenuous trust that Syriza has been able to build in the Greek population. There are already civil sector strikes called for this Wednesday, the deadline day by which the Greek parliament must vote into agreement the various austerity measures. Um, and this is a huge blow to the popular mandate that the Greek public has given Syriza to rule. Now, regionally, the reshuffling sends a message to Brussels that essentially they're more likely to have a more friendly government in Greece, a government more likely to play along with the demands of austerity. And broader than that, it sends a message that Brussels is back under control, and it sends a message to other EU countries also struggling with austerity.
And let's also talk regionally. There have been some strong accusations, Chris. The German chancellor and her finance minister have been accused of not only blackmailing Greece, but also of potentially dividing the EU. Strong comments. Break down for our viewers why people are saying that, why those accusations are being made.
Well, Germany's Chancellor Angela Merkel and the finance minister Wolfgang Schäuble released an ultimatum to Greece, which was not on behalf of the Eurogroup. But this ultimatum stipulated that if Greece did not accept the full painful austerity measures that Germany was demanding, that they would effectively put Greece outside the EU. Now, they called it a timeout, and they were suggesting a 5-year timeout. And their argument for doing this was that they would be more likely and able to offer debt restructuring with Greece outside the EU than they would be inside the EU. Now, this placed Greece in a very difficult position, and other European nations as well, which did not hold this view or this proposal. And it effectively forced Greece to make a decision to either accept the austerity measures or to go outside the EU. And we know which choice they are now currently debating inside the Greek parliament.
And Chris, very quickly, many in Greece have and beyond have been calling the imposition of these new harsh terms on Greece. They've went as far to call it a financial coup aimed at even bringing down the Cyprus government. So is there any validity in those type of comments and that view?
Well, ever since Syriza was elected last January, there has always been the concern amongst people watching Greece very closely and concerned about the well-being of the Greek people and minimizing the pain and turning back austerity. That an anti-austerity government there would not be able to withstand the pressure of the EU, and that Germany and other EU pro-austerity countries would effectively try to break an anti-austerity party. And as we can see, what's happening now is this attempt to break Syriza in process and at a very crucial point. There is some speculation, even from former finance minister Yanis Varoufakis, that Cyprus may in fact step down. Now, of course, we don't know and we cannot predict this, but even people close to Cyprus are concerned about how this may affect the party. So in what ends up in place of Syriza, we don't know, but there is the very real possibility that this is will have the effect of pushing Syriza and or Tsipras out of power, or fundamentally reconfiguring the nature of the party to something more in line with pro-austerity measures in the EU.
And it sounds like that could have serious implications, not only in Greece, but really regionally. All right, Chris Spanos, thanks so much for joining us. Take care.
Thank you, Cody.